How will the Fisher-Conklin family respond when Belly, Lola Tung, and Jeremiah, Gavin Casalegno, reveal their unexpected engagement? That is the focus of Last Supper, the third episode of Season 3 of The Summer I Turned Pretty. Last week, the third and final season of The Summer I Turned Pretty got off to a dramatic and emotional start when Belly found out that Jeremiah had slept with someone else and Stephen, Sean Kaufman, was involved in a car accident. It makes sense that Episode 3 is more subdued after such revelations, emphasizing character responses and self-reflection over establishing future story points. This helps the episode because it makes Conrad's, Christopher Briney, unexpected return to the East Coast feel appropriately devastating without being overshadowed by yet another tragedy, but there was something lacking from the most recent episode of the YA romance drama. Why does it seem like Belly has forgotten about Jeremiah's transgression? When Belly learned of Jeremiah's worst secret during the two-episode debut of The Summer I Turned Pretty, she was understandably incensed. These scenes had Tung's best acting to date. I could feel her heart ache, and I felt sorry for her. Jeremiah's "we were on a break" justification, reminiscent of Ross Geller, was ineffective. He cheated on her, Belly thought. I continue to believe that Belly's fear of Stephen's tragedy, along with her hatred and sadness, created a powerful emotional cocktail that compelled her to accept Jeremiah's unexpected proposition to live next to the hospital. However, Belly's rage is completely absent from The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3, Episode 3. Belly's face remains uncanny even after Taylor, Rain Spencer, warns her of his infidelity. I was unable to determine whether Belly was genuinely choosing to move on from such a devastating incident so rapidly or if she was merely suppressing everything that had happened. In any case, seeing her so affectionate and intimate with Jeremiah so quickly was unnerving. Tung's body language shows no signs of reluctance. Even during the most embarrassing family supper ever, Belly leaps to Jeremiah's rescue. If Jeremiah ever will receive such grace, I'm not sure he does so yet. This episode felt different from the first two because I was expecting more of a split between him and Belly. Fortunately, however, the major family reveal went exactly as planned. The attention to detail in Last Supper is among my favorite aspects of the film. Even the simplest decisions have significance because founder Jenny Han started her career as a novelist. I was particularly struck by two in this episode. Though one needle-drop moment in Season 3, Episode 3 of The Summer I Turned Pretty was a deliciously subversive surprise, the music selections in the show have always had a deeper purpose. Please 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 by Sabrina Carpenter plays over Belly's getting ready montage as she gets ready for Susanna's dedication. The song is about falling in love with someone that not everyone in your life approves of and wanting to keep the relationship going, but more importantly, protecting your pride in case it doesn't work out. Carpenter croons, "I know I have good judgment, I know I have good taste / it's funny and it's ironic that only I feel that way." It was really a great decision to play that specific song in the build-up to what we all know will be a huge family drama when Belly and Jeremiah announce their intention to be married. Does that imply that Belly already knows in her heart that she's on the wrong track? Will her relationship with Jeremiah ever allow her to be honest with herself? A few minutes later, in the restaurant, I saw another small thing that caught my attention. The most costly item on the menu, which costs $75, is ordered right away by Jeremiah and his father, Adam, Tom Everett Scott, when Belly's mother, Laurel, Jackie Chung, offers to pay for lunch. At the opposite end of the table, Conrad gets something considerably simpler, costing only $40, while Belly, understandably, side-eyes Adam and Jeremiah and orders a plain bowl of soup. As an aside, when Belly looks at the menu to examine the prices, you do need to pause the performance. However, these are the kinds of details you should be aware of in this series. The psychological narrative is incredibly nuanced. As the season progresses, I can't wait to witness more instances like that and how they develop in Belly's thoughts. To be completely honest, I haven't read the novels. It hasn't worked for me thus far in Season 3 of The Summer I Turned Pretty, though, if the show wants viewers to think of Jeremiah as a possible choice for Belly, which is to be anticipated in a love triangle tale. Even though we know it's only been a few days at most, Belly's lack of animosity toward Jeremiah in episode 3, save from one menu moment,